He's Clayton Kershaw, the Dodgers pitcher. Game 1 performance, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 11 strikeouts. The next game coming up tonight, it'll be Astros and the Dodgers at 8:20 Eastern. Clayton joins us now. Congrats on Game 1. What do you do all day prior to a game when you're not pitching?
Just panic, basically. Think about it the whole time. Yeah, that's the worst part. Once you get out there, it's okay. But it's just, especially when you have so many off days, like at least there's another game to think about most of the time in baseball. But, game ones, especially the way we've been playing, we've had a lot of extra off days. So it's just, that's the only thing on your mind up until the game. And then, once the game starts, you're okay. But, yeah, there's some definite panic moments before that.
Okay, but like today, you have nothing. What is your job tonight?
My job tonight, cheerleader, basically. Yeah, starting pitchers, they say we don't do anything in between starts. We do some stuff, but, once the game starts, it's just cheerleader.
How do you help the start? How would you help Darvish tonight?
I really can't. I mean, you and I have talked some, when he first got over here, and I think youth stuff is unbelievable. So, when he first got over here, he likes to tinker a lot and work on a lot of different stuff, and which is great because he's got so many different weapons. But I mean, I told him when he first came over here, just trust how good your stuff is, man, 'cause they can't hit it. So that's really all I told him, and he's been really good, and I can't take the credit for that, but he's been unbelievable. So tonight, there's no way I can help him. I'm just going to watch him.
When's the last time you learned to pitch or tried to learn to pitch from another pitcher?
Well, I try to learn a changeup every year. Every year a different grip looks good, and so I try that one out, and it ends up not working. So the actual first time I probably learned to pitch was a slider. I did that probably like 2009 or 10, and that was I guess I don't learn well. I guess that was the last time I learned to pitch.
But you know that a pitch is bad. How? Or that it's not going to work, or you don't want it in your rotation repertoire. How?
Usually results based. Sometimes pitchers think they play catch and they're like, oh man, that's awesome. And then you go through it in a game and you get shelled. And so that's the hitters will tell you pretty fast.
We had A.J. Hinch, the Astros manager, on last hour. I just want to get you on record. I said, if you have a question for Clayton, what would it be? And this is what he had to say. We got Clayton Kershaw next hour. Anything you want me to ask him?
Yeah, ask him if he can skip his start in Game 5.
Okay.
That would be the best outcome for all of us.
Clayton, are you going to skip your start in Game 5?
I do not think so.
Okay.
I think I'll be there. But, I don't think he needs me to skip a start. They got some pretty good players over there. So it's been a fun series, man. That team the Astros are legit. I mean, they got some guys that swing the bats, and with Keuchel and Verlander, and even the guy going tonight, McCullers, Morton, they got some guys that really throw the ball well. So we got our hands full.
All right. What was different about Game 1 for you? Because I forget who we had on. Might have been John Smoltz. He said that might be the best he's ever seen you pitch, and that's certainly high praise. But was there something different?
No, I mean, I don't think so. I had pretty good command of all of my pitches, so maybe that doesn't happen all the time, but yeah, I mean, I think I was able to throw strikes with a lot of them. They broke some and got them to swing and miss a few times, but I don't really know if there's a huge difference.
Are you trying to have them get themselves out or trying to strike them out?
I never try to strike anybody out. I really don't. It's just when you get to 2 strikes, the margin for error is a little bit more, so you try to make that perfect pitch a little bit more with 2 strikes. But yeah, I mean, when guys are typically pretty aggressive off of me, and so if they want to get out in a couple pitches, that's great by me.
How big or small is Altuve's strike zone?
It doesn't seem big. I mean, that guy is. Well, first of all, if you do throw a strike, there's a good chance that he's swinging and getting a hit on it. So that's part of the problem too. But he's a pretty incredible hitter, man. Just what he's able to do, the power that he's able to generate, and the pitches that he can hit. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a strike for him to hit it. So he's a very impressive player.
How was it pitching in that temperature, or those temperatures?
Yeah, it was hot. It was, but LA hot's different. I don't care what you say. It's not like Texas. I mean, I grew up here in Dallas, and I mean, 98 in Dallas is a lot different than 98 in LA for some reason. So, it wasn't too bad.
How many friends are you going to have Game 5?
Oh, I think we have 36 of my closest friends and family tonight for Game 3. So it'll be awesome.
How much are you going to have to shell out? I mean, how many tickets are you getting, and then how many do you have to buy?
I got 40 for the 3 games, each game, 40 for 3 games.
Wow.
And my wife went to Texas A&M, so a lot of people from Houston that she knows are here. Some of her good friends. My buddies are loyal though. My buddies have been coming. They came NLCS World Series, during the regular season, so they deserve the tickets. So I got no problem with them showing up.
Now, how much of your bros? When can they give you grief? Like if you get shelled, how long before they can give you grief?
I'd like them if it was a World Series or playoff game to give me a day or two. But regular season, they're on me pretty quick for sure.
Yeah, but that's what friends are for, right?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. That's why I love going home. Is just they don't care I play baseball. They just have fun giving me a hard time. So it's awesome.
Do you notice the celebrities in the stands? There's some big names there at Stadium.
I mean, Justin Timberlake had me. That was pretty awesome. He's kind of that's like my celebrity crush a little bit. So I was pretty fired up to see him up there.
Did you say hello?
No, I don't know where he was sitting. I just saw him on the Jumbotron. I tried to find him, but I don't know where he was sitting.
Yeah, but you would have been able to do that in Game 2. You could have gone up in the stands and, you weren't doing anything.
Damn, it doesn't work like that.
Oh, it doesn't. It does not work that way.
No.
It doesn't work that way. Oh, okay.
No.
He's Clayton Kershaw, the Dodgers pitcher. He goes in Game 5 in the difference in pitching in Houston and Los Angeles. Like everybody says, the Dodger Stadium not a hitter's ballpark. What's that like in Houston?
Well, don't tell me that because I can give up some homers there too. I mean, the ball is flying. And I mean, Houston is a hitter's ballpark, no doubt. I mean, left field porch does feel like it's that shortstop in Houston, but I mean, at the end of the day, both pitchers are dealing with it, and you can't worry about it. You can't let it affect how you're going to pitch. So, I wouldn't be surprised if there are a few homers in the next few games.
But the ball was jumping in Game 2, more than Game 1, right?
Always,
right?
Yeah, I mean, people are saying the ball's juiced, all baseball season, and I'll be the first to jump on that bandwagon because I've given up a ton of homers. So, I'm all in on that philosophy. But, at the end of the day, I always say it's like, well, everybody else is dealing with it too, right? It's not like I'm the only one giving up a lot more homers. So, I don't really care. Homers are cool. People like seeing them. So, if they're doing something sneaky or behind our backs, that's fine with me. I don't really care.
You don't care if the league was juicing those baseballs on purpose?
No, because then everybody's dealing with it, right? I mean, it's like it'd be cool if they told us, but if they are and we don't know, that's everybody's dealing with it. It's not like they're picking on one guy, so that's okay.
Yeah, I don't. I remember talking to Smoltz about that, and he said there'd be times when, like, the second baseman was hitting an opposite field home run, and he would go, "That's just not right." Like, there's certain pitches that if you give it up, you serve it up, then you know that you're gonna pay the price. Like, that would frustrate me if it's the backup second baseman who takes you opposite field.
Well, I mean, I think it's more ballpark related than anything. Like, you see, Aaron Judge robbing a few homers in that last series with Houston, and then Correa, Altuve, those guys going deep, to the first or second row in Houston, and then the Yankee Stadium right field. I mean, there's a lot of ballparks where you can make the argument that the fence itself is the reason why these home runs are getting out of here. So, it is frustrating. The ball the ball Todd Frazier hit. Did you see that one in the ALCS?
That was crazy.
You're right.
Come on.
That shouldn't be a homer.
That was
You're right about
that was one-handed, like a flip out there, Clayton.
Yeah. No, he's a strong guy, and he can hit some homers, but you're right. That would frustrate me if I threw that pitch and he hit a homer for sure.
Randy Johnson joined us a couple of weeks ago, and I said, what's the home run that, people are going to show and you're proud of? And he said the home run I threw to Mark McGwire.
Big Mac. Oh, yeah.
That was a bomb. That was just like, I'm bringing it, and here it is. Is there a home run that you're actually proud you gave up? Like, man, he got all of it.
That's a good question. I've given up like 2 or 3 to Stanton, I think, and I don't think he's hit any of his like 800 footers off of me. But they're pretty. It's like line drives that just they don't go down, and you look back up like a second later, and they're halfway up the grandstand. So, yeah, he's a guy that you pay money to go watch hit homers. That's pretty fun. And Aaron Judge, same thing. Those guys, I haven't faced Judge yet, but those guys are pretty impressive watching hit.
We have a wall of socks. Is it out of the question maybe to get a pair of socks here next start?
Are they used socks?
Yeah. Yeah, I got. These are non-game. I got Abby Wambach from the World Cup. I mean, we got some socks in here.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, anybody's
cool.
asking for a jersey, and we just thought, unwashed socks would be kind of nice. Just autograph them. World Series socks.
You sign the socks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, remind me. I'll get them out to you though. No problem.
But if you get bombed though, then they might be hard
to ask. You don't want them.
Oh, I don't want those.
That's unbelievable. You can't just say, if you pitch good, you can have my socks.
I'm assuming you're going to pitch well. I'm asking for the socks. I just don't want you to go, hey, I didn't pitch. I went 6 2/3 and I gave up 3 runs. Those aren't wall of socks worthy. So I know you have high standards here.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If I pitch 6 2/3 and gave up 3 runs, I'll keep my socks.
Oh, you'll keep them?
I'll keep my socks. Yeah. Other than that, you're getting them, good or bad.
Enjoy your days off there, and good luck being a cheerleader. Thanks for joining us as always, and congrats on Game 1.
All right. Thanks, guys.
That's Clayton Kershaw right there, Dodger pitcher.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.